The Golden Hour Birth Podcast, a podcast about real birth stories and creating connections through our shared experiences.
Childbirth isn't just about the child. It's about the person who gave birth, their lives, their wisdom, and their empowerment.
We're Liz
and Natalie,
the Golden Hour Birth Podcast, and we're here to laugh with you,
cry with you,
and hold space for you. Welcome to the Golden Hour Birth Podcast. I am your co-host, Liz.
And I'm your co-host, Natalie. And tonight we have Elle from the Ellenor on. She is the owner of the Baby Boutique in Webster Groves. Thanks so much for coming on tonight, Elle.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I listen to a ton of podcasts, so I've always wanted to be on one.
Oh, yay. I'm glad we got you on tonight. If you want to go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself and anything like that.
Yeah, so I went to the University of Arizona. I studied nutrition. I just graduated in December of 2021. I get that mixed up all the time. Time goes way too fast. So I always am like a year, I don't know if I'm a year behind, a year ahead. But yeah, and so met my boyfriend there, moved back to St. Louis because that's where he was located and is from. Thinking about going to PA school, got into a school in Nashville, but just decided that I wanted to go a different route and thought it would be really cool to open a business. Had a ton of different ideas, like anywhere from a mobile bar to like landscaping. I thought of a million things, but I just settled on a baby boutique because I felt like it was really needed here. There were not enough options for baby and toddler clothing, really children's clothing in general. For how big the city of St. Louis is, I just felt like there were not as many options as other cities. And yeah, so I just thought it would be fun. And my sister-in-laws kind of pushed that idea. They thought it was a great idea and felt like reinforced that need because I don't have my own children yet. And so obviously opening a children's store, I needed to know if people actually would use that and want that. And they said, yeah. So I just went for it.
That's awesome.
Have you always been into, well, that's a weird question if you were in baby fashion, but have you been into fashion in general?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I first really got excited about that when my sister and I have a really big age gap. And so when I was in 5th or 6th grade, she had my nephew and it was so exciting to me. I would save up all my birthday money, any money I would get, I would go to, I think she registered Babies R Us or something at the time. I would go and I was so excited to take something off registry because I knew she wanted it. And yeah, I've just always loved children. I loved OB-GYN. When I shadowed, that was the path that I wanted to take with the PA route. And I just felt that I could still be involved in the wellness aspect of pregnancy and young children. But I could also make it fun and own a cute shop and bring in cute clothes.
That's awesome. Me and my sister have not the biggest age gap, but I was in 5th grade when my nephew was born. And I remember shopping at Babies R Us every weekend with her.
Yes. It was it was so exhilarating. Yeah. I remember it just was the most fun childhood experience.
How would you describe the style of the clothing you have selected for the store?
Yeah, so I would say I have a few different styles because my goal was to have options for every mom. So one of my sister-in-laws is, which I guess I should clarify, I'm not married. I call my sister-in-laws because I'm basically married, but whatever. So yeah, just so there's no confusion for people on St. Louis because they know who I'm dating and stuff. But one of my sister-in-laws is super neutral, loves the organics, loves the more neutral tones. And then the other one, she likes that stuff too, but she's much more into traditional kind of Southern preppy clothing. And so I just felt there was opportunity for both. So I have a brand called Riley and Crew in Quincy Bay, and they are out of San Diego. And they are very much the deserty colors with some other neutrals with really fun prints. And then I have some other brands that are majority that traditional kind of old Southern style, lots of smocking, applique dresses and t-shirts. And then I feel everyone loves the Kite baby sleepers and my Purr organic onesies. Those are really popular brands. Even if people are super preppy or super neutral, everyone loves those.
Yeah, I
That's
love the
awesome.
straight sleep sack.
Yeah, highly recommend the women's as well. They are incredibly comfortable.
The women's sleep sack?
They have like pajamas, like just regular pajamas, but it's that
Oh,
super like actually I think there is an adult one. Haven't tried it,
I know.
but
I feel like I saw this on Amazon recently, but
yes,
anyway.
I think that is a thing. But yeah, I just bought like their regular like women's set, probably because I placed the orders like really late at night and I was like, I deserve this. And yeah, it's like the best decision. They're incredibly comfortable. So
That's
I
amazing.
recommend.
So how did you choose those specific brands out of just, so many different?
Yeah. So I would say before I opened, I really settled on the idea March of 2022. And one of the first things that I did was dive into brand research and really figure out like what my style was going to be and what I really cared about. And I would say all my brands, so one thing they have in common is just being high quality and super comfortable. So I just tried to find brands that kind of had those two things in common and then were the different styles. So I just really, I loved like Little English and James and Lottie and some of these other brands that were that traditional style. Yeah. And I just based it honestly, once I narrowed down, okay, these are the best options out there. And then I keep those all in my back pocket. And then I just narrow down like from season to season what I think people in this area will like and which came out with the best lines. It's nice in retail. Like I have my stable brands, but you can pop around, especially with children's. There are so many options and it's nice to be able to pick and choose what you want.
I saw one of your reels of the summer bubble
Oh, yes.
outfits. They're just, they're so cute.
Yeah, bubbles are very popular. I try to tell people they're only going to wear this bubble for like 18 months of their life. So if you want them to wear a bubble, buy that thing until so you can't anymore. And it's nice because like with the shirts, love them to death, but they're always going over their head, their belly's out. It's just easy. Snap them and there's no maneuvering of the clothing anymore.
Do you have a business background or did you feel like you had to teach yourself a lot of kind of what you were going into?
Yeah. Yeah. So I worked at a higher end dog boutique in Kansas City for all 4 years of high school and then like on and off through college, like on holidays. Land a pause if you need a boutique in Kansas City.
Oh.
And that taught me a lot of the customer service side, I would say. I hate to say sales because like people try to sell me things, like I hate it. But really just like how to talk about products, like how if you care about them to put out that information. Because a lot of that job was they had an extensive like list of dog foods. Sounds weird, but important thing. And so I had to know all these facts on all these different dog foods and then obviously be able to relay that information and things like that. So I think that job taught me a lot of that. I wouldn't say I could close the store. I would say it taught me a little bit of business, but really, I think I just figured out once I started doing it that I had more of an entrepreneurial mindset that I never knew I had. It was honestly crazy. Now that I have one business, I think about it all the time. Oh, I want rentals. I want to do this. I want to do this. When I studied science and nutrition, which I love, but like I always was around the business kids and was like, I don't know why you're like, that sounds horrible. Why are you guys doing that? I did not want any part of those classes or that realm. But I think owning a business, it is like, it's so different than, I don't know, like the 9 to 5, like business side, like the accounting and things like that. So I guess long story short, no, I do not have a business background. I have learned a lot along the way. But luckily my boyfriend studied business. So he has the brains, of the business that I needed. But the drive, I would say, is just kind of something that I found that was exciting.
Yeah. That's awesome. Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fun. I went to school for business and have all these ideas, but don't have the follow through.
Yeah, just punch it out. I don't know. I just feel like that's why so many people are like, you're so young. Why did you do this? Like, why? And I'm like, if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. So I guess I just was like, I'll wing it. And I always tell myself the worst thing that could happen is I'll just go get a regular job. Like I got the degrees. So if this goes south, I'll just go apply and it'll be okay.
I love it. I love your optimism. It's great.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah.
So I read in one of the articles that you were going to be doing like custom registries.
Yeah. I feel like in Shameless, that was one of the biggest things in the baby and children realm that I felt like was missing was that registry, in-person registry activity, I guess you would say, or event. And I feel like so many people, especially if they don't find out the gender, feel like they can't register for clothing. There are so many things in my store that if you're gender neutral, like you still need. I have crib sheets. I have nursery items. Again, like the Kite, the Purr, the Riley and Crew. Even some of my other more traditional brands do some good greens and yellows that could totally be gender neutral. And I just feel like the registry experience is so fun. It's literally like shopping for free. Like it's so fun. You get to walk through and pick what you want, and then you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, I did my whole registry online. And then you're like researching which brand is soft and is this like organic cotton and a lot. So if it was like all in one place, that would be nice. So then you can.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is so much. Yeah, all that stuff is so different. And I just feel like, I also feel like sometimes there's a lull in pregnancy. Like you find out you're pregnant, super exciting. You go to your appointment, then you get to tell your family like whenever you feel comfortable. And that's super thrilling. And then maybe you find out the gender, maybe you don't. And then it's this gap, of like, maybe you don't feel that awesome. You still got 6 months. And I just feel like being able to, it's almost like to me, a self-care appointment. Like when you make an appointment to get your hair done or something, it's just like, I look forward to it for like weeks leading up to it. And so I just wanted to give moms that experience, like a self-care, like come in and have a decaf coffee and walk around and talk about the brands and feel them and get excited again for that experience. Because I think pregnancy is like so magical. I feel like it's such a blessing. People should be grateful for it. But it can be hard, I think, when you get into that gap where there's less excitement.
I remember just getting so many clothes that I didn't register for because like older people want to go out and buy clothes for a physical thing. They don't want to order something off of like Amazon that you put on registry or something. So oh my God, my aunts would have want everything in your store.
That's the thing too, is people like in-store baby shopping. So I feel bad for moms that register online because half the stuff you're going to get at your showers is not from that registry. Yeah. Your grandma might get you the car seat, but that's it. Anything else is going to be from a store. So that's why I wanted to bring more options so that hopefully moms get more of what they're looking for.
Yeah. Are you going to start having other items besides, I know you have like clothes and you said crib sheets and some toys and things like that, but you'll do like bigger ticket items?
Yeah, I've thought more and more about it. I would love like more feedback from moms. So I think as I grow my community a little bit, like I'd love to put out more feelers. Like, would you buy the stroller from me and not Nordstrom? Like, it's hard to know. But there are quite a few stroller brands. Like I know one of my sister-in-laws has the Bugaboo, I believe, which I think is like a European brand. And luckily she has a friend in Atlanta. And so she tested it there, but she was like, if I couldn't test it there, I was about to spend so much money on an item that I'm going to use all the time that I can never even push. Like you can never try. So that is a goal of mine if that's something that my customers would be excited about. But yeah, I would say we have quite a few nursery items. Like we have mobiles, crib sheets, change pad covers, swaddles. Let's think what else. Like the fun little Purr baskets, which are great for like storage type stuff. But yeah, so would love to expand if other people want me to expand, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Any thoughts of like maternity clothes?
I haven't thought of that, but I have thought about with the Kite PJs, when I bought them, I was like, oh my gosh, these are amazing. They do a tank and a short and then a robe. that color would match like the baby's zip up. And I was like, that's a really fun like gift to give someone that they may wear like in the hospital or right after you give birth, because like it's super soft. Yeah, and it's cute. If you did want a picture leaving the hospital, it matches. So I had thought about doing that. And then Riley and crew they do some like matching mom and daughter stuff. It's not like corny. It's like a cute tracksuit that they just make a miniature version of. So I bought a few of those. So we'll see if people like this, then I might jump into a little more of that.
That sounds really cute.
Yeah, I love that.
We love matching over here.
I love matching too.
I know. I always think it's really cute when the moms have the robe on and the babies will have the headband of the robe or just something. Yeah. It's so cute.
Yeah. Just a fun. Yeah. And that stuff, like I said, so soft. Like it wouldn't be like something uncomfortable you have to wear, but it's cute because it looks coordinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. A robe set was like one of my favorite gifts I got from one of Jason's cousins. And I think I wore it for 3 months. He gave it the robe because you're breastfeeding and you can wrap it up real quick.
Yeah. No, I think I think they're genius. Actually. And it's such a fun gift because it obviously is fun to get stuff for the baby, but I don't know. I feel like after being pregnant, you deserve like a whole award. I don't really know what gift could be given to make up for that, but I feel like you deserve a lot. So giving a gift for the mom at the shower, I feel is nice.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always do a little postpartum basket at showers.
That's genius. Now that I own a baby boutique, I've learned way more than I ever even think I wanted to know about postpartum. I see these videos and I'm like, what the heck are these products? And my mom's a nurse practitioner and I'll text her and be like, do people use this? And she's yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I had no idea. Yeah. So I've learned a ton, even after being in the medical field, but yeah, different things like that. So yeah, postpartum basket would be genius. I feel like I need to carry the Frida stuff. I think that's what's called. Frida. It's like yeah. I feel like that would be a good brand and that would be a fun gift.
Love Frida. So you mentioned some wellness events for moms. Can you elaborate on what types of classes and events you're planning to offer?
Yeah. So I've met quite a few of like the St. Louis providers, I would say, for like prenatal and postpartum exercise. So I feel like that would be a really hard thing to navigate. Like I love doing workout classes and hot workout classes, things like that. It's just hard to know what you can and can't do. And I think St. Louis has some great professionals that can help you get stronger during pregnancy and be prepared for birth. And then also help repair like your abdominal wall and things like that. And like help with pelvic floor and all that good stuff. So my goal is to really connect those individuals with my clients. So I just feel like when you're pregnant and postpartum, the last thing you want to do is sit down and research training for prenatal. Like you don't want to find those people, but I think if it's a fun event, like come and do a short workout, maybe get a few nutrition tips, have a snack and get 20% off, or just make it fun to going into a new workout environment by yourself. And while you're pregnant or postpartum would be really scary. I try to make the store a really welcoming environment. And so I hope to have events that like will bring moms in and allow them to get a little bit of information, maybe feel more comfortable working out, and then be able to keep working with those individuals after their wellness event.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. My back keeps hurting me like all the time. And I'm like, why does this keep happening? Sure enough, it's because my abs are a waterbed right now. After having 2 kids in 2 years, there's no muscle.
And sometimes your pelvic floor too can actually cause some back issues. Yeah, you should see it. I have a good specialist, but I'm going to shoot it to you. My mom just saw her. She thought she had a bad back, which she kind of does, but they were like, oh, it's actually your pelvic floor. You need to do these exercises. And she feels so much better. Who knew?
Magic.
I know. I forget those things are connected. I always forget that's a thing, but
it's overcompensating for what I don't have in my stomach right now. Did you find it like there was a barrier like opening up the store since you aren't from here? Did you find that kind of hard to get that community going?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous about it because I do feel like St. Louis is a very who do you know kind of town. Just because it's like this, like you said earlier, like it's like a small, it's a big city, but it feels really small. Everyone knows everyone. And so I was nervous about it, but luckily my boyfriend's family, I feel like he has 2 older brothers and they both had children. And I feel like they're like involved in a lot of different things. My sister-in-laws are involved in different things. One of them's a NICU nurse. The other one owns STL sitter, actually. So they were great.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's coming on in July or August.
Oh my God, Morgan is? That is hysterical. I'm literally going to text in the family group chat and be like, this is so funny. Yeah. Yeah. So they were incredibly helpful at spreading the word. Carla, my boyfriend's mom, she like, it's a joke now with her friends that she does an infomercial with anyone she meets about my store and then as STL sitter as well. Like she can she has like this whole spiel for both. And it's funny, so cool. But like it's so helpful. That is really the best way, especially when you're a young business, like early on. I don't have like trillions of dollars to pump an Instagram ad on it. Yeah. Fun fact for people who don't pay for ads. If you see an ad, that person worked really hard for you to see that ad. So yeah, so I feel like the best thing to do is word of mouth. So I was very scared. I was worried that I would open the doors and no one would come. I just had no idea. But I give a lot of credit to his family for backing me in that. And I feel very grateful to have them.
Yeah, that's such a great connection of STL sitters. Yeah, she's coming on in August. So we'll have to talk about that.
Yes. Yeah. She's great. She's been in business for 20 years, I feel like. So she knows like all kinds of stuff. But I feel like the best thing she taught me though, and if you like have business ideas and would our nervous launch them, so many things to be like, I could hire this person for like X amount of money and blah, blah. And she's like, no, you can do it yourself. She's like, just do it yourself. And then if it sucks, like then pay someone to edit it or whatever. But like, she has done so many like things in business, but like outside of her like personal business realm, I would say that are really cool that she just like went after, watched videos and like things like that and taught herself. So.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Podcast. Yeah. We get like pitched like, oh, I can do podcast editing for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we need to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better to do it yourself sometimes too. I'm a little bit OCD too. So I'm like, they're never going to know what's in my brain. So I just might as well do it myself.
It's cheaper anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes late at night, I do regret that decision. But it's okay. Live and you learn. Okay.
Yeah.
I am curious about plans and future goals for the Ellenor and how you envision its growth.
Yeah, I feel like I've had a trillion thoughts about like growth and what direction I want to go. And I definitely want to grow my online presence. That's something that I feel like so many moms, even local moms, obviously I want to keep my local following as big as I can. That's my favorite part of the business is standing up there and meeting people and watching these babies grow and watching women that were pregnant and come in and now they have a baby. That's my absolute favorite part. But I know that it's way harder to get into my store when you have an infant or a toddler or both. So I want to give as many options as I can for in-store pickup, even local delivery, and then I do have a lot of family and friends out of St. Louis. So giving them the opportunity to shop in the store because I really do a lot of research and I feel like I'm pretty picky about things that I buy. Yeah, so definitely online presence. And then I personally think it would be really cool to get into the gadget game of the baby world. I don't have a ton of space. So I feel like it will take me a lot of time to do a ton of research on what's the best baby monitor or what's the best stroller, car seat. Like, I feel like there's a trillion gadgets for children that I can't sell all of them. But my goal would be to do a ton of research and then decide like what is truly the best one. And then that's the one I'm going to sell, because so many parents have told me like, I wanted to buy this this monitor, something like that. And I can't see it anywhere. I can't see it. And I know there's like maybe 1 or 2 stores in the United States. That's all they sell, is like a ton of baby gadgets. And people literally come in from out of state to buy them because it's so nice to be able to see everything in person in one store. And maybe in the future, like I would open a strictly gadget store if I had a small section and it did really well and I had other brands I wanted to expand to. But I feel like that's definitely a goal for like in-store and online, is to grow in that gadget field. If customers want me to go that route. But yeah, and then just really building a community, I think would be a ton of fun. Like I said, I don't love business administration. So I just have to force myself to do that so that I can be in the store and meet everyone and hang out. So yeah, I think doing more events and stuff would be really fun too.
Do you have some employees, I assume?
I do. I actually have a couple. They're great. I have a girl that's my age that's helping me out on the weekends. She has like a full-time job in Clayton, but she just wanted something else to do. And then I have a couple of college girls that are helping me this summer. So it's nice. It feels very weird, I won't lie. Because right now, every single person that comes in the store, I know. And people are like, oh my God, you have a great memory. I'm like, I know every single person that's come in here, and I really pay attention. Like I love making connections. And so it feels a little bit weird that I may not know if that's your second time coming in, but that's okay. Yes, everyone has to learn to let go a little bit.
It's your little baby.
Exactly. I don't have a baby, so that store and my 2 dogs are like my children.
What has been the most rewarding aspect of running your store so far, and what are you most excited for?
Yeah, I would say the most rewarding part again is being there and watching people come in. And I feel someone made a comment to me, Barb Waking, fun fact, she used to own Blooming Buckets. She came to my store and she's every single person that comes in here lights up like with joy. And that comment really stuck with me. And it's true. Like it's very difficult to be upset when you come in, because like it is just like fun. When I try to be a positive person, I feel like the energy in the store I try to keep it welcoming and fun. And yeah, I just really love like meeting all the people that come in and watching the littles and making friends with them and getting to play with them. People are always worried because like my store is pretty, like the walls are white, and I don't care. Like, I'm like, I don't care if they throw the book on the ground. Like they can ride the tricycle. It's already out. I try to let it be open because that is the worst feeling. I think I'm not a mom, but like from the outside looking in, going in somewhere and you can't even move. You're just grabbing them the whole time. Don't. So I'm just like, if it's anywhere in their height, it's open game.
So, yeah. That's really sweet to hear because, I see a white wall. I'm like, don't draw on that.
Yeah.
Don't do anything on that wall.
Yeah. No, yeah. I feel, and moms are, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like they moved the books. I'm like, I don't care. It's their deal. It's fine. It'll take me 2 minutes to put it back. And I like that the kids are excited to come in, remember the store. Like that's the best part. So I could care less if they like move every single toy. I know where they go. I'll put them right back. It's no problem.
Yeah. We'll come visit you tomorrow.
Perfect. Yeah. Bring chalk. I don't care. You can go outside. Not my problem.
How can people connect with you, and where's your store?
Yeah. So my store is in Webster Groves. It is right off of Lockwood. So if you're on Lockwood, like you're right next to Olive and Oak, Panera, Straub's. I am one street like in, if that makes sense. I'm right behind PNC Bank. I'm right next to Leopard Boutique. Sounds like a weird description, but if you're in Webster, you would see the PNC Bank and be like, it's right back there. So yeah, hard description because it's a little bit funny. And then my Instagram, I'm really active on there. I post almost every day, and I post all of our new inventory on there. Since I don't have local pickup right now or shipping options, I always tell people, if you see something you want and you want it shipped or you want to come pick it up, just DM me. I'm happy to pull it for you. And my Instagram is just _Ellenor, and they spell Ellenor funny. It's ELENOR. And I have a Facebook as well. Again, it's just the Ellenor, and all my posts are on there too. I think that's it. The email is just Elle@theEllenor, Elle@theEllenor.com. And so, yeah, any of those places. We have a phone number. It's on Google. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. I saw you had an event in March or May, I guess, maybe for Mother's Day or something. Do you have any events coming up this summer?
I have a few in the works, but I have not launched them yet. But something fun that is launching next week is I'm doing a huge Instagram giveaway for summer. So yeah, definitely check that out on my Instagram. Maybecklin Designs, who does silhouettes. She just brought me $500 in gift cards, which is literally crazy. I had no clue she was giving me that much. But yeah, and there's $50 nail gift card. There's $90 in Super Goop sunscreen, a pool bag, a pool towel, $100 to my store. Like, it's really good. If I could enter myself, I probably would. Yeah, so that's
fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely
virtual event, you could say.
Yeah. And I just followed you on Instagram. So wonderful.
Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing everything behind the Ellenor. It's so cute and can't wait to check it out when I'm in Webster next.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. It was a ton of fun.
Thank you.